Alright, welcome everybody. Welcome to the second dungeon that we've decided to run in our goal challenge of running each of the dungeons to see how much you are able to, how much you're able to succeed from getting through these dungeons on any of the runs that you do. For week 1, we actually did Stockades in Stormwind. Ended up with 17,000 for the run, as far as what for transmog and stuff. And a little bit more when you add a little bit of the gold that, you know, the raw gold that you have that you can get from it. Wasn't too bad. I moved it all to my character that I am selling everything on. And I've already brought in 2k, no, 2,500 from that character. So already starting to bring in gold and everything from what we started out with. So the transmog is selling and everything. So if anybody wants to have an easy run of doing things, with that type of dungeon, it'd be alright. This week I chose a different one because I'm trying to stay with the classic theme, but the difference with this one that I chose is it also attaches to another expansion. This is not just a classic one I did. This is also one that attaches to I believe it's is it Warlords? No, not Warlords. Attaches to the expansion with Immersoak. So I don't remember which expansion had Immersoak in it off the top of my head, but that's the expansion that this one attaches to. Let's see, let me check just to make sure. I wanna. But anyways, the dungeon I did this week is Deadmines. Let's see, I think it might attach to Cataclysm. Is it Cataclysm attached to? Yeah, it's Cataclysm, okay. So it attached to Cataclysm. So if you do the heroic version, it's actually Cataclysm, but if you do the normal version, it is vanilla. How I ran it is I did do the one heroic to do the version for Cataclysm, and then I went ahead and went through and did the wave through for it to be the normal class, or the normal, you know, vanilla version. I advise if anybody actually chooses to take a gander at doing this particular dungeon, that they actually go ahead and stick with doing the vanilla experience. I wasted time doing the Kata version of it because of the last boss has this type of thing where it sends you to a dream state. You got to do a lot of running and stuff like that, and to me that just ends any kind of benefit that you would get for a gold farming. I also didn't get my actual 10 runs in. I actually basically hit the hour mark without getting the 10 runs in. I actually only got 8 of the runs in. And one thing is because of doing the Kata version of the dungeon, the rogue version, and I accidentally exited out the back door and had to kind of fly around and come back in instead of using my druid ability to port in and out the dungeon to do the reset and stuff like that. Again, I recommend a druid for this one. Feral druid was pretty good and stuff. I did get 8 out of the 10 runs done on it. Well, not all the complete of the 8. Actually, it's about 7.5. Hit halfway through before I was hitting that time, and my bags were like completely full, even after I vendored some stuff out. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go over to the end game, so I can kind of show you. I gotta show people maybe who might not know where this dungeon's at, because if you guys do the looking for group finder stuff like that, and you kind of teleport in dungeons, teleport out, you might not know where this dungeon's at. So we're going to try to keep up with doing that for these videos, and kind of will show you where my time is stopped at 57 minutes. So I stopped, it's 3 minutes short, but the whole point of me stopping is I actually did run out of backspace. And there is still stuff in my mail that I did not get because when I killed the boss on the Cataclysm version of it, she ended up on the wall. And I was unable to loot her, so we'll try to get some things out of her bag that wasn't trashed. I'll try to get out, and we'll sit there and loot that and make sure we get that in the bag out in there too. So we're gonna go ahead and go over to the game. Alright, so we're in here. This is the game. Anybody who's not been here without going through the group finder, this is the Deadmines. The Deadmines has its own little map of how to get there. Easily, you come in through a building up here and you kind of just fall down the way for it. And of course, it is in Westfall, in a little town down here at the bottom. You'll go into like a barn that will take you there. So not hard to get into and stuff. The dungeon's a little bit longer, and how it's set up is kind of wonky for doing gold farming. As I went through doing the gold farming on this, I did take a little extra time, and when I got to the end, to go around the bottom of the boat to get all the actual ads that are down there and stuff like that, to be able to kill them instead of just kind of just running up the boat. So keep that in mind. There's different ways that you could do this that would make it whether you would get more or less from it. So that just happens to be the way that I did and stuff. We're gonna go ahead and get over here, pop myself up in here. I have the loot appraiser up here. I'm doing this a little bit different this way because I wanted to make sure that you guys can get some more values and stuff than what I did before. In the loot appraiser, you can see I run for 57 minutes. During the 57 minutes I ran, the value that you see right here is vendor. So if I was going to vendor everything I picked up in that dungeon, it would actually only equal to like 135 gold. And I only picked up 267 gold. If you're doing dungeons for raw gold farming, obviously, even if you're low level, fund raw gold farm just to get you a little bit extra money because you can't run, much of anything. Don't pick this dungeon. Definitely, this dungeon is not the one to pick. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna vendor that, and I'm gonna vendor that, that. So you guys see me vendoring them 4 items. I vendored them 4 items because they're not gonna get me anything. They're not gonna help us anything in any way at all. That way I can try to get what I have in here. Oh, I still have 1 item I can't get. So I'm gonna have to find something else of not really big value to vendor if I want to get that last item. And actually how I'm gonna do that, I think to be able to do this, because I want to make sure that I don't vendor something that could be worth something. So I was vendoring like the food that you pick up in there and stuff. That stuff is not going to be worth nothing. I have 1 item left to pick up, so just to get this 1 item, because your bags do get full through this, so don't think that your bags won't get full. We're going to go ahead and throw my Dark Moon Bear book there. I made sure I kept like 1 hearthstone on me. Obviously you don't have to do that. I dropped everything else off of my bank before I went. I keep it so low as possible. Alright, so we got that. Anyways, as I said, if you're doing for raw gold farm, I'm not gonna get nothing. It's a total waste of your time if you're trying to do Deadmines for raw gold. But if you're trying to do it for transmog, auction house stuff, and if you're an enchanter, you might end up lucking out and getting a better deal out of this. And we're going to see that right here. We're going to go ahead and bring this up. This is just worth it. If you guys haven't checked it out, you can get it on the Twitch app stuff. Really nice and stuff. We're not actually worrying about this stuff here, which it does tell you different ways of farming different stuff, flipping different stuff, even gives a sell rate stuff. Really good add-on. They've actually made it a little bit better since last time I used it, to kind of give it the dark color and make it more matching like a TSM film, which is more of the look that I like. So we're gonna look at this bag here. This is what we got here. That's what you could get just raw gold, which is like 135 and 267. So not much you can get for raw gold. Now, was vendoring all the stuff I did vendor to get room and stuff, I did get almost 300 gold vendoring it. That's vendoring the trash, everything like that, and stuff like that. That's all just from this dungeon. So 360 or 295 gold for doing that. Now let's see what the bag value is. All right. So doing the hour run in this, it says my bag value, which is everything I got out of this dungeon, is almost 90,000. Now I want to make sure I explain this to people so they understand why it's coming up with that. It's coming up with the fact that you will have somebody who can disenchant, be able to de some of the stuff for you. My druid is not a de-er, so obviously I'm not going to get that value that they have right there. That is the optimal thing of actually coming through here with somebody who can disenchant and actually, you know, DE all your stuff and everything down and everything like that. So keep that in mind. If you have a disenchanter, you could have actually made about 90k doing that run, putting it on Auction House. Just remember, you got to wait for the rates of things to sell and stuff. So really, it's not that bad. It's actually a lot more than the Stockade run. Stockade run actually only brought us around 17,000. So this brought almost 100,000 just doing this one dungeon. And a lot of it could be the simple fact is maybe some of the Quaff has a little bit higher value, which actually it does right now. And the minimum buyout on this Quaff is actually really high, 5 gold a piece. You're not going to get that. So this number is going to, of course, adjustate because I have it set up to whatever the minimum buyout is right now. So it's going to be a little bit less because you got to look at this is about, you know, 4 gold overflate of what this is, and that's, you know, almost 200, you know, 400, 600, almost 800 of these at a lot more of a rate than it's supposed to be. So this number is definitely going to adjust and stuff and everything. I think I actually can go into settings configuration. Maybe I can. Oh no, it's actually going by the DM market. Wow. So actually, it's not going by that price. It's actually going by the DM markets, not the buyouts. Market value is only 89 silver. Interesting. Okay. But obviously I don't have a D-year, so I'm gonna go ahead and vendor all the stuff because I did not take a D-year because my druid's not. I know that kind of sucks. So I might actually make a druid just for farming that can do D. And that way I can the last one was one of the bind. Yeah, it was bind pick. Okay. That one was not a bind pickup. Bind with a bit. All of them are soulbound. We're gonna do that. And all of these babies are soulbound. So just doing a lot of vendoring kind of sucks. See that because that's gold value that is like dropping tremendously vendoring this stuff off. So make sure if you're gonna do this dungeon in particular that you guys have a D-year with you. It's going to be the most important thing for you guys to have that D-year. We're gonna make sure we're trying to get this out of here. That way we can get a value for if you're somebody like me who came in here without a D-year. You'll see that ability. Ooh, look at that leggings. That's what's actually giving us some money. That set leggings right there actually has some value to it. That right there is most of the value that you see on that on the worth it is, I think, just for them leggings right there. Giving you some worth it there. One of the more rare type of leggings, maybe. Not as good as some of the ones that you can get down as Silthius if you make sure that your character is at least level 58 and lock your experience there. In the old Silthius, there's like the glorious gear and stuff that you can farm there that is really good money wise. So that's another thing. Oh, I got 2 to the set. I got the ghost to the set too. So there's a lot of the value there. Alright, getting the gloves. Alright, and the rest of it is the green stuff and patterns. Alright, stuff like that. Oh, and I got 2 pets. I didn't actually notice that I had the pets too. So there was some pets in there as well. So that's nice. I don't know why those are up there. Maybe these white belts, they do have a value on it, they say here, but really they don't. So these white boot shoes and stuff, you know what, I might see if I can actually sell them. I don't think they have that type of value to them, but people have been buying crazy stuff lately for different types of things they've been running as far as challenges and stuff. So we will actually hold on to them just to see, just for kicks and giggles, and see if we can get something good out of it. Alright, go ahead. Get the rest of this hope out. Oh, another pet. Alright. Quit. I'm gonna quit. Spellbound. 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 And spellbound. Alright. Wow. So that shrinks our profitability up a lot. So actually, I probably could have got more in my bags and stuff and had a little less hazard doing that with this character because he doesn't DE. If you bring a DEer with you, you can DE as you go and stuff. But we're trying to keep the run from under the hour mark, which started back up for some odd reason. But keep it down to the hour mark. You see. Alright. So now that we did that, let's check worth it. And we're going to recheck our bag value. It actually went only down to 89,000. So it still shows a good bag value for the stuff right there. Most of it is these items right here. It's, this cloak to... Oh, there's another thing I didn't sell. I'll have to sell that. Give me another 10 gold. To here. I think those are way overvalued on this. By far. I don't think they're going to get that much for it. I will try that. I'll post them and keep you alert if these whites actually do bring in some gold. I don't think they will though. Don't count on that. So if you take these out, that number drops tremendously. It's not going to give you as much as what would be a stockade run. The only notable items that we really got out of here, to be honest, is the leather pants here for the defiles. And the leather gloves for the defiles. So 2 of the defile sets. So if anybody was trying to actually collect that transmog set, there's 2 pieces. They will actually bring in a good amount of money and stuff. None of the rest of it. And actually, Ember Silk, if you farm a lot of Ember Silk brings in a good amount of money. Warlock Scale Belt, that's not bad. Bringing in a little bit of money there. I don't know the boots. Most people should have that, hopefully. Woolen boots and a swiftness potion, and then 3 pets, it looks like. So not bad. I'm gonna end up getting them posted on there so we can see what it is and everything after I vendored everything else out, just so you guys know for gold value and stuff. I actually almost made 1,000 gold doing that for an hour. So 888 gold sitting there if you vendor everything and you don't have a disenchanter. And then what you get right here, which is actually once you drop them items down, it's probably around 2,000 gold or a little less. So I'm gonna add them into the characters on my lodge house and start keeping it going and everything. So yeah, I don't feel that is too bad for a run through Deadmines and stuff. Out of my recommendations, though, I don't recommend anybody actually do the Deadmines run. There's so many better dungeons out there that you get more of a benefit from than the Deadmines. So keep that in mind. Don't run it. Find a different dungeon run. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me for this. Thank you guys for seeing the second video. We're going to continue the series and everything. Join me in my Discord. Watch me on Twitch. All the links will be in the description down below and everything. And hey, yeah, join in my Discord. You know, if there's a specific dungeon you guys would really like to have more depth in when I go through the series, that's a good thing to do. And another one of the members of my community suggested doing some dungeon gold challenges, because that's something you can do with that loot appraiser, where you can run against other people in sort of a challenge mode to see who can get the most loot and stuff. So if you guys are interested in joining me on some dungeon challenges to see who can be the richest, we could do that. Maybe we'll make a deal where whoever gets the highest amount put into their loot appraiser by the end of the dungeon or whatever can claim both people's gold, stuff like that. I don't know. We'll come up with some series and stuff. We'll find some way to make it interesting and everything. Anyways, thank you guys for being with me. It was a pleasure. Peace. I'm out. Until next time.